Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. Today we're going to do Meghan Markle's forecast for 2020. This is the time of year when people do their yearly forecasts and want to see what's coming up and what's going on. I chose this picture because they both kind of look like deer in the headlights, like they don't know what's going on, and I kind of feel like that's what's going on with them. And in particular with Meghan, I feel like her strategies just didn't work. You know, and that can be painted more negatively, that can be painted more positively, but at its core, I think the most important thing for Meghan in her first year and her second year is to fit into the royal family. Okay, be embraced by the royal family, because the royal family, like every other people group, is tribal. Okay, and she needed to first and foremost become a member, be loved by the royal family. Okay, and there were lots of symbols of this. Charles walked her down the aisle. That is really embracing her. The Queen had her to Christmas before she was even Harry's wife. There were a lot of indications that the royal family was working really hard to embrace Meghan and bring her into the family and make her part of the royal tribe, which is a big deal. And all success kind of launches itself from this association, from her being a part of the royal family. And she never successfully did that. She was too much of a rebel. She was never conforming, and I think that's the real issue that is underlying all of this. So let's take a look at her 2020. Let's do just a general spread first. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Let's get a feel for the year as it's approaching, and then we'll do some other reads here. First quarter of 2020. Second quarter 2020. Oh dear. Third quarter 2020. Fourth quarter 2020. Very emotional about the love relationship. Okay. All right, so what do we have here? First quarter 2020. The man is blocked. Opportunistically, the man is blocked. 9 and 13 is 22, 6 diamonds by many people. Okay, so the first quarter, Harry and Meghan may not be together. It doesn't appear that they're together right now. Okay, Harry, I think, he's either in the UK or in Europe, and Meghan is in the United States. And she tried to get into Canada, and she couldn't get into Canada. So it looks like they're going to be apart. I'm going to say that they're apart for the first part. They're going to remain apart in the first part of the year. Second quarter, April, May, June. This can be travel, difficulties, woman. This can be another woman. This can be Meghan and another woman. And let's see, 24, 29. 8 hearts. So this could be another woman, or this can be difficulties for Meghan and decisions. Let's just ask if this is another woman or if this is difficulties for Meghan. Is this another woman or is this difficulties for Meghan? Okay, well, there's the player card. This looks like problems in the foundation, very difficult problems. Okay, so problems are going to crop up. So it looks like first they're going to be separated, then problems are going to crop up for Meghan, and decisions, and so a lot of the real problems are going to hit in the second quarter for Meghan. In the third quarter, we have cornucopia, roses, and broken chalice. This looks like a separation. This looks like separation and money, a sweet deal with the money, 11 and 13, 4 hearts from the royal family. The royal family is going to, so the separation agreement, they may come to the separation agreement, they may come to the divorce agreement. Okay, July, August, September. That's what that's looking like to me. She's getting a nice payout, and whether we know about this or not, we may not know about it at that time, but it looks like they're going to come, the royal family is going to come to an agreement for Meghan and Harry to divorce or formally separate. Fourth quarter, yeah, this looks like divorce or separation. The fox, the single, sexy fox, making her own way in the world. Mustard seed, new situation for the sexy fox, and a new direction. 8 and 12 and 5 spades. So it's very bittersweet. Okay, it's the separation has occurred, and very, very bittersweet for Meghan. Even though things are kind of getting resolved, it shows as 5 spades. Let me just take a picture of this because I'm going to redo the cards. All right, so and here in the general, very emotional about the marriage. Okay, it's a very the theme, the overall theme of 2020 is very emotional. It's a very emotional time for the union of Harry and Meghan. And I like this picture because they just look like deer in the headlights. They look shell-shocked, like they're not ready for everything. And that's life. We're never really ready for stuff as it comes up, and you just really have to give it your all to succeed. We're never really ready. We're too young to have children. We're too young to be married. You never feel like, oh yeah, I'm so ready for this. Okay, so let's review. I do see them separated in the first quarter. I see really big problems cropping up for Meghan in the foundation in the second quarter and decisions about that. I see them being separated in the third quarter, separated and or divorced, and coming to a financial agreement. And in the fourth quarter, Meghan, so that it may be, we may actually hear about this because she's the single fox moving forward in her life. Okay, so that's the first part. Yeah, so that's the first part. So I think the marriage will dissolve. There will be a formal separation or a dissolution of the marriage in 2020. Okay, and that is what I'm seeing. A formal, and I think it may be announced because Meghan is showing as single. So formal separation or dissolution of the marriage in 2020. Let's ask about Archie. What is going to happen with Archie? They either have to declare his death and have a funeral, death at a funeral, or they're going to have to replace him. And what is going to happen with Archie in 2020? Player, stand-in Archie, high tower, water into wine. Official, Okay, official player renewal. 28, 7 spades, secret. Okay, so there's no death here. They're gonna, okay, and in a previous reading, I saw that they were considering the death option, and they are considering sourcing another Archie. Okay, those are really their two options. Where's the death here? There's no death. Opportunistically, so this had 16, 12 and 4, 16, 4 spades, coffin. So underlying is still death is a possibility. Okay, faking a death. But here, renewal, they officially, the player is the new guy. Let's pick an Archie. I mean, for goodness sake, let's just pick an Archie. That's what the player says. The player is new guy on the scene, new Archie. We're just going to come up with a new Archie, and we're just going to keep going. Water into wine. It transforms the situation. We're transforming the situation with a new Archie, officially transforming the situation with a new Archie, but underneath they're still considering the death option. So what this says to me is they feel that the easiest way is to, my nose is itching, is to get, and that seems to happen when I read, my nose itches. I'm bewitched. They're really leaning towards sourcing another Archie. They just feel that's the better way. Let's look at the royal family. Well, let's look at Meghan's relationship. How will Meghan's reputation, how will Meghan's reputation fare in 2020? Will her star rise or fall? Will her victim, will the victim thing, because she's always playing the emotional victim, will that carry her through safely, or her status in life will fall? Because as a woman, she's over 40. She's not set for those great leading lady roles in Hollywood, and if she leaves Harry, I'm not sure what she's left with. She can be a great humanitarian if she's accepted that way. And that's a great option for her. That's the best option. Be somebody who gives to charities and speaks at charities, just like what she was doing with Harry. So she should stay in the royal family. But that doesn't seem to be working out. So how will her reputation fare in 2020? Finger of God, cup overflowing, devil. Oh, and here's the angel. Here's conflict. Here's coffin. So I kind of want to know if Meghan's going to rise or fall. Something from outside is going to come in and change everything, and it's a very emotional thing. Okay, and it's very bad. 21, 28, 7 spades. It's hidden. The sevens return forever, so something that's lying in the situation now is going to be revealed. And it's very bad, and people are going to have a very emotional reaction to it. Okay, now the biggest thing I have felt all along is Archie. Okay, the faking of the pregnancy, and there's no Archie, and that's why nobody's seeing him, and real Archie seems to be in South Africa somewhere. Okay, that could be the big explosive thing. Another thing could be the stuff associated with Andrew. It seems that she was a yacht girl, and she may, if any of that comes out, ooh, wow, that's real devil energy. What do you mean you were a yacht girl, which is essentially, a very highly paid call girl? So that kind of thing. So something is going to come out that is really going to damage Meghan's reputation in 2020. Olive tree, angel, 3 spades. Okay, so underlying we have angel, which can be Archie. Archie, Archie, conflict, death. 7 and 11, 18, 24, 6 spades, bad relationships, selfishness. So this underlying could say the death of Archie. This can say the death of Archie. Or a conflict over, the ongoing conflict about Archie and the family. Or it's kind of, Archie is kind of saving Meghan, and they're not going to be so harsh on Meghan because of Archie, because she's associated with Archie, because you can't hate on a baby. I mean, the baby didn't do anything. The baby is very innocent and pure and just a tiny little person, and you can't hate on the baby. Yeah, so there will be a big revelation, and this is how people react. They react very emotionally. Okay, they react very emotionally, and we have trial by social media at this point in history. And that can be good and bad. Mostly it's bad, but it can be good. It can push the narrative. Like the whole Greta Thunberg thing and the climate change. No one I know is for destroying the environment. Okay, but the whole thing going on with Greta Thunberg is it's just a huge PR campaign. And there's no science behind it. That's the issue I have. I don't want Greta Thunberg or people associated with Greta Thunberg making decisions about the world, about how we need to run our world. Okay, I'm against, like any rational person, I want the earth to be healthy, and I want to do all I can to make sure that it remains healthy, but I think Greta Thunberg and her followers are probably just idiots, and dangerous idiots. And I think that's what's going on, and people get very emotional, and that's good and bad. So, and that's the time we live in. So what about the royal family? How will Meghan's relationship with the royal family be in 2020? Because that's going to tell us a lot too. Meghan's relationship with the royals. Big change, big problems, and oh my, money. Here, take the money. Because as I said in my intro, it's all about being a member, being accepted and loved and joined to the royal family. Okay, and once that happens, you have more leeway to wear no sleeves, which is against royal protocol, to make, you just have a lot more leeway. She never got that firm attachment going that would allow her more leeway to be the social justice duchess. Okay, so with the royals' relationship, big change, single woman, big difficulty. 24, 6 spades, bad selfishness, bad relationship. She has just an overall bad relationship with the royals, and it's going to change, and the end card is single, sexy woman. After all these difficulties, I think they're going to cut her loose in 2020. That's what this spread is telling me. So money, a message about money. This can, Ace of Clubs, mustard seed, can be a legal document. Here's the divorce agreement. Here's the separation agreement, and here's how much money we're going to give you. Here's the separation agreement, and here's the money, and we sign it. That's what that says to me. So again, I see the royals cutting her loose in 2020. So let's review. It's 2020. The theme of 2020 is all about the very emotional marriage, and I do see the royals cutting her loose. Okay, in the third quarter, I see August, September, October. That's when I see the royals cutting her loose. Okay, that's when I see a divorce decree or a separation agreement, and it includes the money. Okay, what about Archie? They're really looking for another Archie. That's the thing, but they're still considering, if they're not going to find another Archie, the death is still on the table. But they're really pushing for finding another Archie, which I I guess they think that's the best option. How is Meghan's reputation? Something absolutely is going to come. It's already there, but it's not in public awareness. So something is going to come in and be exposed, and it's going to be very bad. Very, 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 very bad for Meghan. And I think that's going to be the final nail in the coffin. And so I would say that's probably going to come in the second quarter because she's out in the third quarter. That's what I'm seeing. What about the royals? It's been a long, hard slog, and big changes are coming for Meghan. And I do see an agreement with money. You know, they're going to agree on how much money for the divorce agreement for this to dissolve. So, yeah, big doings in 2020. We got a lot of new stuff coming up in 2020 for Meghan and Harry. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Other merch in the description. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.